Good morning and welcome to Coffee Talk. So I just heard the most absurd thing. Okay, I certainly don't want to make this hot topics. But a woman is suing Starbucks for putting too much ice in her iced beverage. Let me say that one more time. A woman is suing Starbucks for putting too much ice in her iced beverage. Folks, if you need to look up the definition of first world problems, let me introduce you to this woman. I literally cannot. So I was trying to think. Last night, Michael and I were laying in bed together watching The Voice because my girlfriend Allie is on The Voice. And he said, "What are you going to talk about in Coffee Talk tomorrow?" And I was like, "I don't know. It's not like that. It's just sort of whatever's on my heart in the morning." And he was like, "Really?" It's funny how he knows nothing about Coffee Talk. I was like, yeah, it depends. It depends on what's going on in my life, what I'm feeling, what they're feeling, what they're, whatever. So he was like, "Oh, that's nerve-wracking. I don't think I could just get up and speak about whatever." And I said, "Well, some days it's a hit, some days it's a miss, whatever." And he was like, "Do you ever talk about anything that I've taught you?" And I said, "Well, I did tell them the story about how when we were in the airport, you were like, 'Sing your song.'" And they loved that. He was like, "Well, surely I've taught you something." I said, "Yeah, I've talked about our relationship and he was like, "Nothing? I haven't taught you anything?" I was like, "All right, let me think." The Pressure of a Name. Who knows that movie? Anyway, so I was thinking about it this morning. And years ago when I was pregnant with Olivia, I was having the first girl in Michael's family in 72 years. What a triumphant achievement that was. But you knew the Jersey girl was going to have to do something significant to win over the mother-in-law, right? Like, I was going to have to come guns a-blazing to impress this lady. So having a girl was pretty much my only in. Anyway, she was having people over her house, and I had mentioned that I was naming Olivia. And she was like, "Well, I don't like that name." She loves it now. Olivia's a great name. Whatever. But back then, we had a different relationship. And she was like, "I don't like that name. I'm not going to call her Olivia." And I remember when we left, I like freaked out. Now picture I'm like 7 months pregnant. And I'm in the car with Michael and I'm like freaking out. And he was like, "Dude, you're going to have a coronary. Simmer down before you go into labor." And I was like, "Who does she think she is? I can name my kid whatever I want." Freaking out. And when we got home, we pulled into the driveway and he got out of the car and came around and opened the door for me and helped me peel my big fat butt off the seat. And he said to me, "Listen, no matter what the situation, you cannot rely on emotion to handle it. You've got to rely on intelligence. Do not let your emotions lead in your reactions and in your handling of situations. There are two things. He said, you can't control how people are going to act, right? We all know that." He was like, "The only thing you can control from there is how you react and then how you proceed from there. You allow your emotions to control all of that. You're so smart. Use your intelligence. Use your brain." And he was like, "Is it a woman thing?" And I said, "It's a woman thing." And he was like, "So what does that mean? Because you're a woman, you have to react from emotion? Because it's a woman thing?" And I thought about that and I was like, he's right. It is a woman thing, but that doesn't mean I have to do it because I'm a woman. We typically react from a place of emotion, but I don't have to do that. So I kept Michael's words and I ended up really listening to him and handling the situation much better. And it ended up working out great for me. But I took his words and I carried it forward. Not to say that there aren't times I don't react from a place of emotion. Like, there are times where that is all you're getting from me. But I do try, I think, what is a better way to, how can I use my intelligence instead of my emotion? Because no good story ever started with X happened and she totally overreacted. She freaked out. And nothing for me has ever, it's never gone very well. For me, mostly, because I'm the one, when you overreact and you come from a place of emotion, first of all, you lose ground. You lose ground. Because the other person, typically when someone hurts you or disappoints you or lies to you or whatever, I just choked. It's fine. I'm fine. They know it's coming. So they have time to prepare. When they do it to you and you react from a place of emotion, it's very easy for them to go, look, she's crazy. Told you, she's crazy. When you stop and give pause and think, how can I use my intelligence here instead of my emotion? Not to say that you can't feel the emotion. Feel the emotion, honey. Let it race up and down your body. Just don't use it as a reaction. Don't use it moving forward. So anyway, I said to him this morning when he was getting up, I thought of something that you taught me that I loved. I don't apply it all the time, but I love it. And he was like, what was that? I said, remember when you told me don't use my emotion? Use my intelligence. Don't ever let your emotion suppress your intelligence when dealing with things and people, blah, blah, blah. And he's like, yeah. He's like, I don't know that you've mastered that yet. I was like, listen, get out of the bedroom, okay? Out. Coffee talk is not about what we've mastered. It's about what we're working on. We are a work in progress. We are not a masterpiece. And may I never die a masterpiece. May I always die. Every time I die. May I die a work in progress. I never want to stop growing, ever. So anyway, right now, myself included, some of you may be stuck in a place of emotion. You can't get out from under your emotions. You're so hurt. You're so sad. You're so angry. You're so disappointed. You're just, you're at a place where if you were like an X-Men, your power would simply just be shooting your emotion out of your chest, right? Stop and think about how you can use your intelligence. Women are a lot smarter than we're given credit for. We are so much more than just overreacting, okay? We're very smart. Very. Okay? Very. Try to think how you can outsmart the pain. If you're going to react, find a way to react smarter. Just a thought. Something to make you think. Okay. I love you so much today. Have a great day.